Henry! It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. First carry now for Justice Hill. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people...
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Well, a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former Michigan State Spartan, the rookie Justin Lane, there to bat it away. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is tonight? And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. This is Hill on the draw play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start things out with the battle for Ohio. This one at First Energy Stadium as Cleveland hosts Cincinnati. And it's the Browns that have the lead in the second quarter. Cameron Meredith, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've gone to the half in that one with the visiting Saints out on top. Michael Thomas, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Packers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Didn't have a ton of success.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, nice move. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A good pickup there, 22.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Henry, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now it's Jackson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now it's Jackson. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. They
keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just
So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Jackson out to his left. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. A first down carry for Henry. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to...
Got him, and it's caught for a Ravens touchdown from 19 yards away. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 10 carries, 55 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1. Because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a golden.
He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. They'll run it with Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Shrugs off another. He won't go down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. On first down, Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. These two teams all tied after one. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, his throw incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 24, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's Jackson to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing is Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run with Hill. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. On 2nd and 1, Jackson. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. We pick it up 2nd quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Off the draw, here's Hill. Powers through again. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd. They start the 2nd half with Hill. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Jackson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Here's Hill. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 7. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They begin with Henry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run the jet sweep at Brown. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Jackson. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. A second broken tackle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. They'll run it again with Henry. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. This is Henry. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Edwards. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start the drive with Hill. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Jackson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They'll run with Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. On 3rd down, Jackson.
That call makes sense because...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Wiggles free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Looking to throw. Jackson going down the middle, and it's complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football. They'll run on first down. Henry, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Let's go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back to throw. Jackson. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They go play action now. Jackson, he's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On the ground, this is Hill. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert flare. Alert flare.
They begin the drive with Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Let's go, baby.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of leg behind it. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rolling to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Oh, and now and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a play fake here on first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Looking to throw. Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. On first down, Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Now Jackson on third down. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Back to throw. Jackson. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it was a
I'm the coach. You're locked.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. 25 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Jackson throwing to start the drive. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. From the gun, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The quick slant caught. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And now look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a big run that time by Henry. 43 yards on the ground.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact?
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 18-yard touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson. Well, we haven't been short. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
We got this.
A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. Rolling to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 7. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. To throw is Jackson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Jackson now. Off play action. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. A 1st down carry for Henry. And an alley to run. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. A 2nd nice move. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw towards the end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Henry. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk lines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two core the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Here we go. Pittsburgh.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And now running right through it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Keep on coming, baby.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 5 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Jackson throwing on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Derrick Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Henry. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On first down, Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On first down, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 45 on second down, Jackson. He'll let this go for the... Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into...
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll buy some time right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Jackson now. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Henry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And some room to work. Still fighting for more. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again to Henry. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Jackson on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up with number 15 against your squad.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, he sheds himself free. Derrick Henry all alone. 30, 10, 5. It's a big run there by Henry. 67 yards on the ground.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And a busy night for Henry continues. And now running right through it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry, and they can't corral him. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they're sitting pretty neat. Lead grows even further. The streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Miami, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our
matching hundreds. It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports.
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he's got Rome. He's got daylight. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. Nifty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
Check, watch it before.
On the counter, it's Henry. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be a...
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Jackson now down around his goal line. On the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. The 30. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin at Bank of America Stadium. Cincinnati in town to take on Carolina. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. James Conner, a big game. 2 touchdowns.